Alright, hello and welcome back to episode 15 of my playthrough of Factorio Vanilla. We're standing here in the middle of our boss after finally setting up our robots in the previous episode. And we're seeing some issues, right? Our copper production is incredibly slow because if we zoom in over here at our starter, it is freezing up on me, there we go. At our starter patch, it has gotten pretty low, if you ask me, as well as our starter iron is completely gone as well. So we need to do some problem solving here, as well as our coal patch is getting real low as well. Stone is looking still okay, but we need to start bringing over some new things, right? Because obviously right now with what we have, it is nowhere near enough. So we need to figure out, first of all, where we're going to get the resources from, and then second of all, how we want to process them. Where am I being attacked? Over here. Oh, really? Okay, let's run over there real quick. And obviously we've got to deal with some extra things further on along the line once we get to that point. But right now, robots are doing their thing, which is very nice, which makes me kind of happy, seeing all of these guys flying around. But first of all, I think I need to deal with this biter issue. So let's grab that. Because our power production isn't looking good. And I really don't want to take any more suffering along those lines. So let's kill this one spitter that is causing me an issue. And just kind of replace everything that was here, I guess. I've got no red belts on me. And no pumps. Alright, so let's make a handful of pumps. Bang. That'll do that. We can repair all this junk up. I need to grab some belts. The other thing we're going to do is while we're here, I'm going to make up a bunch of these passive provider chests. Just like an absolute ton of these. And we're going to use these now instead of our steel chests, right, for storing things. Because then, with our logistics setup, we can actually set these to request and just keep our inventories filled with them. So engines probably doesn't need it, but we'll do it anyway. As well as over here with our inserters. Bang, the gears as well. All of these bad boys, circuits. And then these are also going to need roboports so that they can actually work. So let's go make ourselves some roboports and hook it up to this logistics network before we start dealing with other things. So let's run back over here. We need to grab some stuff. How's power looking? I think our power's looking... Oh no, it's actually okay. You can see our robots are moving around pretty slowly just because they don't have the charge or anything. But we have researches that we can do actually to help this move along a little bit better. I've already done them? I must have already done them. Yeah, these ones. The worker robot cargo size as well as the speed. But apparently I've already done the most that I can with those. So never mind that. What can we do? Let's work on LDS. Some low density structure while we're doing other things. Because right now we need to do some stuff here. We are seriously struggling with some items. I need roboports. Roboports are over here. What I can actually do, since we have a passive provider chest here, and we are making them, is in here in this now middle slot of our inventory that had no use before, we can actually go click on it, and then we can click on the roboport, and this will be our requests. And let's say we always want to have 10 roboports in our inventory. We can set that, and then logistics robots will then come out from the system, go to the chest, bang, and then deposit them in my inventory. How nice is that? That is quite handy if you ask me. And then obviously like here we've got our requests for iron and copper. I don't know where these are coming from, but we have some iron and copper apparently coming into our inventory. And they'll just kind of drop things off, so long as I'm standing inside the logistics network side of the roboports, which is the orange one. Alright, now we're going to use robots for a lot of things here. So what we want to do is probably set up some more storage. So let's get some storage chests, because these ones are probably going to fill up pretty quickly. As well as the fact that we've only got access to a couple of them. We'll do that, and then we've got our roboports now, so let's kind of just slot these in and around where we're going to need them, and then just replace chests as we see fit. Cool. We're going to need another one over here for sure. Bang, all of these now have access to that. This last roboport, we'll chuck it in over there. It should be able to reach the power there. So long as all of these have power, it shouldn't be an issue. And now when we set like deconstruction and stuff like this, do we have a roboport? Is it inside the construction range here? Not quite. So let's fit you there. And then I have to connect up this to the power. And then all of this stuff will get deconstructed and placed into the storage chests and things like that. You can see all of our robots moving around and doing work, which is... It is so nice to see that. Having all this stuff working is so good. Alright, let's just continue with working our way along the sciences that we can do. The next thing is going to be purple science rather, the production science. So we may as well just kind of get that over with, I guess. Cool, that's all that done. Let's break down some of this stuff that isn't necessary anymore. And we need to figure out some planning then. Because we need steel, we need copper, right? So let's make a plan here. Let's say we want to add in, let's say we probably want to do one more iron array. Right, does that sound like a good time? Doing one more iron array. And then we also want to do probably an equivalent amount of copper. So let's go now with blueprints, since we have access to these and we have roboports. I'm just going to place a roboport up here, which is just inside all of that construction range. It should actually reach perfectly for what we want done. Let's just feed this power along the edge there to that. And then what I'm going to do, since we should have this actually copied, don't we, in the YouTube vanilla, this thing, the blueprint, what we can do now is literally just copy paste that in there. And then this should actually take things from our system and place them in, hopefully. All this is not acting well. I'm probably going to run this coal back until I get all these placed in. Let's just get rid of that. Cool. Yes, sweet. See, and it's just taking all the stuff that was within the storage systems and stuff like that, and it's going to start building everything for us. The only thing I won't be able to place is the electric poles, because we don't actually have them stored anywhere, so I might actually just place down a provider chest just here and throw whatever of these I have on me in there. And then they'll get placed right all around the base, wherever they need, like, to be gone into. Alright, so this will be our iron one. As well as iron, we need to do, I guess, another 3 of these. If I grab my blueprint out again. Or another 4, rather, right? Because we want to do copper after this. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wow, that fits kind of nicely. And these other 4 over here will probably be our copper. So then, apart from that, now we need it, once all this stuff starts building, right? Oh, all our bots are doing their job. This is so nice to see. Let's make up a bunch of these. Cool, and place those back in there. Is that within construction range? It is as well. Nice. Everything is coming up Millhouse. Everything is looking real good. As our bots just kind of do their work. Oh, this is so satisfying to watch. Alright. So now we need to deal with, I guess, the conundrum that we have of actually bringing over, I guess, copper and coal, since we are seriously, like, in deficit of that. Like, look at our coal, like, line coming in. It's really just not doing well at all. So probably the best way of doing coal is going to be, I think we have a coal patch over here. And we can probably just use a train to get it in here and then just unload just a bunch of coal, like, over here somewhere. Does that sound like a good idea? So let's start working with trains. Is this going to be the train episode? I think this is the train episode. Oh, also our nuclear power stuff finished recording. Finished producing last episode. My science pack's not working. Oh, there's no power going to our research labs. And I don't have any power poles anymore. Let's make the random ones just because we can. I just need to hook this back up to power. These little ones that I really don't need to use anymore. I can get rid of that. Cool. Robots are doing their thing. I like it. Alright, we need to make some locomotives and we need some cargo wagons. I'm going to base this around a 2x2 train, and we will talk about what that means in a moment. I need engines, and I'm going to need a bunch of steel and some iron gears. Let's grab as much of this steel as we can, right, since we're going to need to use a lot of it. We need 400 of this, apparently. Is what I have set as my request. Alright, that'll do. So we want 2 of these, and then I want 2 cargo trains as well, which means we're going to need gears. So let's just set a request for gears then, if that's the case, since we have it already in a chest. And I always want to have between 300 and 400 of them. Sure. That sounds like a good time. And then logistics bots will do their thing here in a moment, and they'll bring it into my inventory. There you go. There's a bunch of them there just being deposited and straight into me. Nice. And then we're going to need 2 cargo wheels, and we're going to need a ton of rails. Do I have enough steel to make the amount of rails that I need? I do not know. But we're going to handcraft these for the moment, since we really just don't have resources at them, at all. Right, we just need to get this stuff set up ASAP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand here, and I'm going to drain this entire steel line. And then we're going to do some handcrafting, and then we'll come back once we're actually messing around with trains, and then talk about the crafting that we need to do. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I also need iron plates and sticks. But iron we have an absolute ton of, so iron's not an issue. Alright, let's do that. Let's do some crafting and we'll come back in a moment. Okay, actually I decided on something else. We were going to do the trains and stuff, but this episode took a turn. As you can see by this little menu here, I got murdered about 1 billion times by these worms over here, and we also have some other things here that are expanding and going into our territory that are going to become an issue. So we're going to deal with that instead, which means we need some, military science now. We need to make these bad boys. We are not waiting any longer. I kind of postponed it way longer than what I should have, to be completely honest with you guys, but I was excited. I wanted to push for bots, and now we have bots. So now building all of this stuff should be relatively easy for us. We know how to use it. We're going to use Helmod again. We're going to do the same amount for all of these. So now we just need to make walls, which we already technically have an absolute ton of. And I don't really want to... Do I want to do these on the bus? I guess I have to. Except I'm not providing any of these things on the bus already, which means I need to do landfill and stuff like that. How do we do landfill? Just 20 stone. We can do that. So I'm going to need an assembler, so let's go here and request some assemblers to my inventory. Which I forget where they are. They should be here. There we go. Sure, let's give me 50 since I have them over here in this chest. And they're going to bring them to me, and then once I have them, I'll be able to craft them into the second tier of assembler. Hopefully, once I get steel, which I lost all of because it's on my first body over there, which I tried to recover, but I couldn't because I died, like I said, 1 billion times. So we're going to grab the steel because I know we do have some here. We have an absolute ton of it sitting on this top belt here that isn't being used. So we may as well collect up a bunch of it, and we're going to have to do some crafting with it to actually get us going. Oh, the other thing I don't know why I don't have, I need red belts, and I'm always going to need 300 of them to infinite. Does that sound like a good idea? They will work their way over towards me. So let's just quickly build with ghosts while we're here. Let's go Q, and then we'll go, cool. We want to extend all of this out till about there, roughly, right? Because we want to actually start working military science, and military science is going to need to be built kind of interestingly, if you ask me. Because we need to do a lot of things for it. And we're going to need to supply a lot of things that we don't actually have on the belt already, which is kind of frustrating if you ask me, but that's fine. I'm just going to break you and move you down one so that we don't have undergrounds there. Now, why are you coming to me? Are you taking steel off of me? I had too much steel, apparently. Well, these guys will do their job. I'm going to get resupplied with circuits and things because I did crafting. The ones that I care about, though, are going to be the ones that are going to bring the belts over. Which, there we go. They're on their way. I can see them working. They're coming over. Very slowly, but they are coming over. Alright, this is all going to work. We need to now, I can just use the deconstruction planner now to get rid of like trees and things since they're in the construction zone. And I don't need to do any more breaking of trees and things like that, which is, makes me quite happy if you're like, to be completely honest. Cool. Now we can see them all being placed in there as placed down. Eventually I'll get them as a logistics thing, but I'd rather almost not and just kind of build with ghosts since we have that sort of capability at the moment. Okay, so we need 7 of these that are going to be making the military science packs. We need to make piercing rounds, which we know comes from copper, steel, and regular firearms. We need to make grenades, and we need to make walls. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 input items. Walls are pretty much going to go directly into this. So walls will move up. Alright, because they only just need 1 assembler and that's real easy to do. And same with the grenades. Right, so we're going to start this chain off, I guess, with making one regular firearm, I guess, and then into 2 of these ones. Let's just pin this and just start building, hey? Does that sound like a good idea? I think that sounds like a good idea. So first of all, we're going to need these rounds. These are just going to get fed immediately like that. I think is going to be the easiest way. And then that's, then that's done. Then this needs to go into 2 of these bad boys, which is going to be somewhat interesting, actually. Maybe I don't do it like that. I'm going to actually have to do it down a fair ways. Let's go there. And then you're going to go into 2 of these. Just direct feed. And actually, we're not going to direct feed that close. I'm actually going to use a longhand inserter to do that, because these also needs to get steel and copper going into it. So if I'm going to do that, then we're going to go, instead of 1, we're going to go 2 over. And then... is it 2? Is 2 enough? I think 2 is enough, right? Because then if I go longhand inserter, actually go 1 further. Let's go 3 blocks over. So 1, 2, 3. Bang. Then I go long-handed there. And then I need to run a belt that's going to come down that way. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Bang, bang. Oh, it goes there. Oh, cool. Our bus got built. I didn't even realize. I'm going to also request up some regular inserters, because I need to craft up long-handeds, and I don't actually have all the stuff there, because remember, I died, and I lost, like, all of my, like, resources that I had on me. Alright. That's gonna go into that. There. Cool, so let's place these in. You need iron, so let's do that off a feed belt that goes there. I'm also gonna need to make these guys, which means I need a ton of iron in my inventory. So let's make a bunch of splitters. Bang. Splitters. Bend down. Cool, you're getting fed iron in. You're going to go from that there. We're going to need undergrounds as well. Probably a fair few of them. Well, this waits to craft up. Man, this takes a while. Okay, cool. At least I got a couple to go there. And this belt is going to need 2 inputs because it's going to be half copper and half steel. Right. So then let's do copper first, since we don't really have a whole heap of it. Why did you go like that? What the heck? Bang there. And then steel, we actually don't have a whole heap of. What is happening here? Oh, that's right. It's because I did this the silly way when I first built this, didn't I? You're now a full thing of red. I'm gonna need to fix that later, but for now, I'm gonna need to do undergrounds through that there to pass the steel onwards. Now the steel that's there needs to come down on this belt line, so we're just gonna go like that with undergrounds. Go underground to underground. I'm gonna need more of these, so more iron. Cool, make more of these. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a splitter there like that, and then turn this one down. And then these ones that are here, I'm gonna turn back into it. There, like that. So that we're just going to use up whatever's on this belt to make this science, since we are going to need it, like, really badly. There till there. I apparently killed the first big biter. I don't know when that happened. We're going to go fast inserter, fast inserter. That's all we need of copper and steel on this one, so that's done. So then this can get output onto a belt. Bang, bang. That's going to be the far side of this belt. Cool. So then I guess this belt then can get shared with grenades, which needs coal and iron. And we need 6 of these. So just going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And then I need walls. And I only need 1 of these making walls. So walls can go there onto a separate belt going like that. Cool. And then science production will be 7 of these bad boys. I guess realistically these can just go there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And of course I misplaced them. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Copy that over. You're gonna have belts going down this way. Cool, I need longhand inserters. I'm gonna need more than that. What am I missing? I'm missing a ton of iron apparently. Cool, this is gonna work. Hopefully beautifully. You're just gonna need an insert of through the back here of stone. I'm gonna run that stone since we're already making it. Probably making it all the way over here though is the problem. I need to like route it down and then like along this line. Then I need to route all that coal through there and then continue it through up until the grenades. It's not going to be the nicest thing in the world. So I'm going to do some belt routing, I think, off camera, just because it's not going to be the most fun thing. And it's got a long way to travel, purely because I need to get this up and running now. So we're going to do that and then we'll cut back once I have that up and running. All right, so we've had all of our resources now finally routed all the way in. So now it's just a matter of working on outputs and like doing all that inserter stuff here, right? Which isn't going to be too hard. Here's going to be our science pack output. And then what we're going to do is I'm actually just going to underground it and then split it onto the blue science pack, so I don't need to route that all the way back, which will be nice and easy for us. But on the other hand, we still need to bring items in, I guess, to this. Bang. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, oops, and 1. And then on the opposite side, it's going to be like that, and these are actually facing the wrong way, because of course they are. There, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you need a long-handed inserter as well. I'm doing everything just with long-handed, just because, like, at the moment, I'm just kind of lazy, right? I just want to get this stuff working as fast as possible, because otherwise we're just getting destroyed by biters and stuff. And it's just going to become worse and worse for us if we don't just get something set up in the meantime. And we need to get away, because I think I need to get to the point where I'm making explosives, I think, and rockets. If we look at the research here, we can do a few things, but I think rocketry is going to be the best way of clearing out things, because worms are just like absolutely melting me at the moment. Now that's all that. This should theoretically just run so long as I just give everything power. So I'm probably going to need to craft up some more of these bad boys. Now let's just hook up power to everything and hope and pray that everything just works. You guys need power, so we'll just connect you up on this side. There, there, there as well. And then all of these guys need power. Cool, and then the last thing I need to do is the walls. Bang. You're facing the wrong way, that's why you're not working. All these guys should be making science packs now. And now it's just a matter of getting these. Military science. The way that I've routed this stuff as well is like, really not ideal. It's super spaghetti, but hey, if it looks stupid but it works, then it's not stupid. That's my motto. That's what I live by. Bang there. And then we're going to go an underground from that one to there. Alright, just to kind of get it past all this stuff. Bang. And then I'm going to go underground there and then turn it around to go into this half, because we have blue going out on the other side of this. Cool, and then you see there it does a loop and then goes on that half of the belt. Beautiful. And then once I start, let's say we want to start working on rocketry. Wow, these are kind of expensive to make, not gonna lie. But we'll do that. And then once obviously our first military science gets over there, this will start doing its thing. But they should all be set up. Hopefully. Hopefully. We're gonna have an issue with coal and everything really, like, soon. Seeing as we really do not have enough of that, like, working at all on the line. So, what I'm going to do is, between episodes, do up the crafting that I lost, meaning like all the trains and stuff that we had. And next episode, we're going to start dealing with that. And I'm just going to go between episodes with the... Why is there red circuits on this belt? With the rockets and things, and just go out and clear out some more biters. It's not really the most fun thing to watch. So I'm just going to do that off camera. Just so that we have some sort of stuff going on. And we will come back next episode and work on some more interesting stuff, hopefully. Yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it. So if anyone is still watching, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you all on the next one. Peace.